Let's try that. Here we go. First judged run. Christy Carpenter leads into the first corner. Don Cousin struggling to keep up. Here we are. You can really see the gap that Christy's opened up there. He's got so much power, so much grip. It's a beautifully balanced car, and you can see that gap just getting bigger and bigger and bigger because he can keep on the power longer.
Unfortunately, Lauren is nowhere to be seen, run wide there. Oh, this pans out, Lauren leading, Christy following. See how he gets on, trying to chase the slightly slower car. Straight to the first corner, to the BM trying to find his line. Christy all over the side of him, look at that. The BM straightening up, Christy having to take evasive action. Spread out there, we'll see Christy now catch back up with a spin from the BMW. Oh! Don't know if there's contact there or not. It looks very, very close. Unfortunately, I think in this, the first of their battles, James bring out a big lead already. Tom struggling with the angle. James just on the perfect line. Tom trying to get it together. Didn't really put enough in on the first corner to swing back out.
It's looking really obvious here just how much Tom was being helped by that bit of rain. He seems to be struggling with power. He was saying earlier that he really hasn't been able to get the power he was hoping from out the car, and it's clear he just does not have the speed.
Fair play to him though, he put in a good second. Don't be fooled, we think James Dean's wipers are stuck on. They've been on all day. He likes a clear bit of vision, but he's keeping an eye on Tom. Tom holding it together, a little bit wide off there. James adjusting all the time. Oh, double one. Tom's really trying to set up for that wall, really slow. James though, matching him, not a problem. Well done to both drivers though, fair play. Oh! Take that first corner. Down there, lots of angle, taking it in. Wes trying to catch up. So, oh, big straight in there. Dan kept it together. Smooth but steady. Trying to get in on his door. Perhaps find that the chase car might be a little quick for the lead car. And he's really having to back off and struggle with shallow angles. You see how they come down the bottom now? Smooth one by Dan. Wes really had to work in from Dan, a lot milder from Wes. He's just miles ahead now though, really following that line. Dan's got a lot to make up, but he's made up a bit of ground there. They switch round towards the wall. Really put it away. This is going to be tough for the judges now. Dan's really slowed up, really struggling to find where he wanted to position the car by the wall there. Wes is miles ahead. Has Wes pulled enough of an advantage?
Nigel looked like he just held back on the accelerator there just to make it a little bit trickier for Felipe to catch up, but doesn't seem to be a problem for the little MX-5. He's right up, tucked behind him. You can hear it working. It is like a hairdryer. Coming in that bit tighter to try and close the gap again through the transition. And then back round. Who do you reckon, George?
Well, I think the MX-5.
You see the gap looks about the same here. Question is, can Nigel close it up? I think he's aware he has a slight advantage after that first run. He's trying to make sure there's no mistakes here. He doesn't want it to go to one more time. As they come through the transition, early transition back from the MX-5 all the way across.
You see there, Nigel, I think, a mistake again. So they come in, second corner, Bob nice and wide, Brad trying to match him. Really using that power and grip. Brad a little shallow behind, but he's caught up in all that smoke. It's nigh on impossible to see through that. He's done well to come out the back end. He's caught up, a little bit shallow on the angle, but he's caught up. He's doing very, very well. Bond straight through past that. Oh, Bond's watched a little wide there, and he's thrown Brad off. Brad has managed to stay behind the slightly slower car. Although, saying that, Brad's really nailing it in. He's got it all to play for. All he's got to do is get Bond to spin. Oh, straightened by Bond. Oh, Brad's putting a solid performance. Very right on the wall there. So he's going to switch in, facing that cone. Now, oh, straight now by Brad. That would have gone the other way. Big run. Sylvia in the first corner. big attack there from Ian. Backed off a little bit. Oh, really threw Tony off. He had to straighten up. Not very smooth at all behind, but he's sort of staying with him. We could really do with them being a little bit closer. In right on the wall there. As he switches back in, face that cone. Running wide by Tony behind. Solid run by V8. Anyway, into the first. Tony's got a bit of a gap. In early. Oh, sending Bizzle right. He didn't fill it. Tony's got a massive advantage there. Ian's kind of dragged it back a little bit. Maybe he'll catch him on the wall. Tony doesn't seem so confident round there.
I think with that side of lead, it doesn't really matter how confident he's feeling. He knows he can have a bit of a turn. Oh, and he's forced the error. There we go. That's Ian into the first corner. Bit of a gap there opening up. Can Walton pull it back? Yes, he can. Nice inside line. A little bit tighter to get right up on the door there. Having to back off during the transition. A bit of a straighten. Come on, Walton. Less of those mistakes, please. Come on. Into this final bit. Good through the transition. But it always just looks like the 14's just transitioning that bit smoother, that bit faster.
First corner. Bit of a gap. How's he going to get on through the bottom corner?
It's looking good. Walton's just running that bit more angle. It's not the same line they were using earlier, but I think he's trying to use that angle and smoke to cause the problem, and he really has. Can he hold that? Slowed right down, nowhere near the line. But a really smoky run from Walton there. That's nice to see. And I think just the line that he was running was deviation, nowhere near Scotty there. Scotty carrying loads of speed right out to the line. That's the exact line he ran on qualifying. Right on the line, right up to the markers. Very smoky through the transition there. And he's just leaving Jerome for dust. This is insane. Quite a bit straighter through that wall section than he'd like to be maybe for Scotty. But then picking it back up, you can just see that gap getting bigger and bigger. But the question's going to be whether Scotty can stay in behind Jerome, as he clearly managing to open up a bit of a gap, but that might just been Scotty holding back so that he can go on power through this longer corner, closing up the gap, much smokier, much more angle there. Through the transition, he's running that bit wider, allows him to just cut in onto the wall. Sounds like he's having to clutch kick to catch up there. Oh, and Jerome has spun it!